We wanted to help these incredibly talented designers to take their businesses to the next level through marketing.
You have to have a certain voice and you have to have something that separates you.
For someone to say in one image, one page, one time, define who you are as a designer, what you want to say as a brand, that's an amazing challenge.
We told the designers in the challenge that they should dream the sky should be the limit. And Joseph did.
I was in London when I found out, and I had an email from Deborah, and I was so happy.
The thing about Joseph's presentation that struck me was how mature it was and how sophisticated it was.
It was so persuasive in its idea of who his woman is, how she should be dressed, how the advert should look.
The Altuzarra woman, he knows just who she is. She's very strong, she's powerful, she's intelligent, she's sexy.
He presented from the very beginning, when he presented his concept, was this idea of tension and this idea of femininity but strength, and luxe but rough, and sort of this tension between these two things.
Number one for me was interpreting those ideas and making them come to life and really giving him what he wanted to see. The first meeting was really talking about who the Altuzarra customer is. What are the key qualities? And then we started to talk generally about mood, location, talent.
When we started thinking about who we wanted for the campaign, Stella was pretty much, she was at the top of the list.
We had said, shoot for the stars, tell us who you want to work with, and we're gonna try. And the fact that we were able to have the likes of Inez and Vinood shoot this, the likes of Stella Tennant model in this, it was crazy.
Stella's one of those people, she's beyond a model. She's a character, a personality, she's unique. I think really stands for something quite bold, but at the same time, there's something timeless about Stella as well. And to find both those qualities in one person is rare and special and exciting.
She really embodies so many of those qualities that make Altuzarra. She was perfect.
Four years ago, if you'd have asked me who I would, in my wildest dreams, pick to shoot the campaign, I would have said Inez and Vinood.
I think Joseph early on really loved this idea of something modern and something classical in the mix of those two things. And I think in their own ways, Inez and Vinood are very much about that as well.
And they have this really great mix of artistry and creating also desirability. That's very, very rare.
So I think for Joseph to know early on that Inez and Vinood were people that had that love of extreme modernity, but also classical fashion photography, classical references, and the fusion of those two. I think it's a great match.
There was a lot of cooks in the kitchen, it was a lot of people, it was a lot to deliver on, and it wasn't an easy undertaking, but it was worth fighting for. It was something we believed in. We started, everyone showed up, racks and racks of beautiful Altuzarra clothing.
We sort of wanted two very different outfits, and Inez and Vinood really reacted to two very specific looks, and they were looks that I really loved as well, so we just went with those.
And then we started shooting. That's when it starts to feel real. You're like, oh wow, we're actually here, it's actually happening. And Stella's standing there in the clothes.
And we were like, whoa, wow, this is really happening. And the moment when she pulled the chair up in the air, we were all like, what? We all got a little bit teary-eyed and a little bit giddy at that point because it was just so exciting. And the second she stepped on set, it was magical. She is who she is for a reason, and Inez and Vinood are who they are for a reason, and it happened. We watched it happen, and it was thrilling.
That's when the stress falls away because it's happened. You've achieved success.
Teams are important to me, and having Inez and Vinood there, and James and Tom, and Stella and myself, the realization of that moment happening with that incredible team was an amazing, sort of an amazing moment.
It was actually really exciting to open September Vogue and finally see the ad. I was first of all very proud and very happy for him because I know that's exciting. I think when a designer has the first ad in September Vogue.
The ad is crazy good. It really sort of sums up what Joseph's brand is all about. It has attitude, it's modern, and it's totally him.
For me, a standout with him has been how clear he is on who his consumer is, what his business is about, and who he is as a designer. He never wavered there. And I think the ad shows that.
I think for him, coming into the marketing side and the visuals and how these clothes come to life through photography and through social, I think all of this has been a huge learning for him.
You make all of these decisions about the image and where the logo is going to be, and if you want a margin or not, and if you want your website there or not. And what hit me when I first saw it was just that it felt really powerful, and all of those small details sort of faded away. Actually seeing it in the magazine, it was an incredible experience.
I think this is just the first of many campaigns for Altazar. They're going to do really well. We're going to be seeing a lot of them, for sure.